I'm Bob Hallmark. I'm in Kilgore today. The Vikings are coming. Now let me explain that. I'm out here at Avalon Fairgrounds. This is where we usually see a Renaissance type festival going on, but for the next 3 weekends, the Vikings are coming. And what I mean by that is there is going to be a Yule Viking Festival held here over the next 3 weekends. And to explain a little bit about that, we're joined by one of the organizers right now. This is Jim Stovall.
Hi.
And now Jim, explain, I guess, what are we going to be doing out here?
So we're going to be doing everything Viking and Norse related. We will have traditional artisans coming from all over the country to come in. We've got blacksmiths on hand, woodworkers, food, the traditional food, entertainment. We've got Nordic Daughter, Celtic Nova, two very, very traditional bands, also very popular in the Norse world. We also have Krampus coming to visit. We have Vikings coming to invade the place. We have David the Bearded Viking, which if any of you follow social media, I'm sure you know him. Come out and see him. You will love it.
All right. Now, in the spirit of theme parks and things
Yes,
of
sir.
this nature, what you're going to see is people dressed in period costume.
Yes, sir.
And this is going to be authentic period costume.
Yes, sir.
For the sake of argument here, we know for a fact that Vikings did not wear horns on their
they
helmets.
did not. Yes, sir. Yeah, that is a old myth or whatever you could call that dates back to a Hollywood film. I think an original black and white, but it just kind of stuck, and we actually have posted about the festival different myths and legends of the Vikings that we show the truths and pros and cons about it.
There we go. We're going to show you some pictures here. What you're going to see is these placards that actually give a history and an education on who the Vikings were, and
Right.
more importantly, what they were. They weren't the snarling, nasty invaders that most people think that they are.
When Vikings were not raiding off doing their job, they were home, they were farmers, they were family people. They did what most of us do on a daily basis. We get up, we go to work, we take care of our family, and then when it's time to do what we have to do, off they go.
Okay. Now, Jim is here, and you're actually leasing the property for this right now.
Yes, sir.
But there is something much bigger that's coming later, and we'll explain that in just a minute. What is going to happen here is people are going to have an opportunity to come out, and this is becoming enormously popular with cosplay people, is they love to come out and be somebody else for a day.
Yeah.
Basically what you do with any type of Renaissance or themed adventure
Right.
is you give people an opportunity to take a vacation in time.
And the reason I love this so much is for a day or 2 days, I don't have to be me. Me in my everyday life is great, but I love to not be me and come in. I get to dress up and put my garb on and enjoy life, not have the stresses that we have to deal with throughout.
And these are wonderful ways for people to come out and just, there's no time limit here. You relax, you stroll, you enjoy, you see there's vendors all over the place.
We also have a kids area that we call Scatty's Forest. We're going to have a snow machine. Parents who want to come and partake can actually drop their kids off for a few minutes. They will walk into Scatty's Forest. We have games and several things set up specifically for the children. And then while the parents entertain themselves at the places, and then come back, take their children, and off they go. But we're very, very family friendly. We want to see everybody out here having a great time, learn, educate, and just be free.
There are a number of activities that are going on. You take a look over Jim's shoulder right here, you will see this is the Viking chair, and there's a curious cage right next to it.
Yes. So this is Krampus chair. We will have Krampus out here. If you're familiar with Krampus, Krampus used to go around the cities and gather the children and put them in their cage. So we now have a Krampus chair where the children can come in, pose with Krampus next to him, or hop up in the cage and just do a quick selfie in the cage.
All right, got you right there. All right, just for anybody who was curious about what's that cage doing over their shoulder right there.
Yeah.
The great part about this is that it's an area where people can actually stroll, take a look at anything that they might be interested in. There are going to be vendors, of course, and I'm guessing that there's opportunities for people to also participate and learn what it was like maybe to be a Viking for a day.
Absolutely. So we also have some of our patrons portraying the gods, Odin, Thor, etc. You can come up and speak with the gods themselves, and they will educate you on who they are, their importance in history, and why they are still thought of so highly today.
Okay. All right. As I said, this goes on for the next 3 weekends. You can go on to the Avalon Faire website, I understand.
Or you can go directly to YuleVikingFestival.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, Yule Viking Festival in Kilgore, Texas. Or you can go to Avalon Faire, and there's a link there as well.
Okay. Now, I mentioned something earlier. This all is leading up to something much bigger, which is on the horizon right now. Jim will not be here in the future. He'll be somewhere else.
Yeah, so we actually have property a few miles away. We are building from the ground up a traditional Norse Viking style encampment. We will have traditional Norse longhouse. We will have traditional ships. Everything, when you step onto the property, that you will see no telephone poles. Everything will be set back in time. And we are very, very excited to have our next event there. It's on 47 acres. And we were going to so we'll be able to do movie sets, we'll be able to do living weekends where people can come out just for the weekends and not just for festivals, just to enjoy and learn a little bit more every day. Everybody's wanting to do a little bit more with their life. They want to learn some of the traditional arts, some of the traditional things. We're going to do that for free for some of the events.
Okay. So obviously you hope that this becomes a traditional destination for people in East Texas and all over Texas.
Yes, sir.
Much like the Texas Renaissance Festival, which is an enormous operation.
Yeah, that is the granddaddy of them all.
Right.
We do have people coming from as far away as Connecticut and Maine, California, Washington, Montana, all coming from. We have someone from Canada.
That's what's so amazing about these type of events is they're immensely popular. There was a group called the SCA, the Society for Creative Anachronisms, that actually tours the country and participates playing these roles in different Renaissance festivals, Scarborough Fair, things of that nature. And it's become immensely popular.
Yes,
and now, what do you think the attraction is of things like this for people to come to?
Well, stuff like TRF in Scarborough, it's been around for a long time, but I think with the onset of the series Vikings, Game of Thrones, the series where people really got into, all of a sudden it really kicked us into hard drive, because it's it really does give you a chance to not be you. So many people just want to escape from their reality every day, and the best way to do that is throw on a mask and a costume and go be whatever you want to be, whatever it is.
All right. And so this event will actually start tonight with an actual dinner, I guess. Tonight.
Yes, we have a feast tonight, which is a special invite only and limited ticket availability, which sold out months and months ago. Tomorrow we actually start the festival. Gates open at 11, and people come on in. It is family friendly. We want to hope we bring everybody out.
Okay. Do you plan on making this an annual or a seasonal event?
No, currently it's going to be annual. The Yule event happens around Christmas time every year, so that event is our staple. And then after that, we'll also have the different holidays. Gotcha. One in the spring, one in the fall, stuff like that. Each one will be geared a little bit more specific.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Jim, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
And
thank you.
Success. I hope you have a good time out here.
Absolutely.
All right. And we'll have much more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV Web Extra, I'm Bob Hallmark.